Okay, let's talk about $1 million branding strategies. There are 3 I want to share with you. $1 million personal branding strategies. Number 1, you want to be known as blank. Being known as blank. Okay, being known as blank. So let me give you an example. The last thing you will ever want to appear into others as another blank. Okay? The last thing you ever want to appear to others as another mortgage broker, another coach, another real estate realtor, another financial planner, another fill in the blank. The last thing you ever want is to appear to others, oh, I'm just another one of those. I'm just another one of those. You want to be known as something. Okay? So let me give you an example. Let me take you back to where I was many years ago. At first, when I got into copywriting, it's very difficult to find this shit. I'm telling you, like it's history. Many years ago, I don't know if you can see it here, that when I first became a copywriter, I came up with the term, the whiz kid of copywriting. The whiz kid of copywriting. Why do I use that? Because I was so freaking young. So instead of being a disadvantage, I might just well say, hey, I'm a young dude. Right? I'm a young guy, whiz kid of copywriting. And at the time I was using my name, Daniel Locke. Okay? Daniel Locke. How many of you, do you know my Chinese name? Anybody knows my Chinese name? Oh, come on, Carla doesn't count. But anybody? Okay. My Chinese name, don't laugh, okay? It's actually called Ji Feng Locke. Can you imagine? You meet me, hey, Ji Feng. Ji Feng Locke. Ji actually in Chinese stands for wisdom. Feng stands for sharpness. Locke is just my last name, my family name. So Ji Feng Locke. Why don't I use that name in my personal brand? Nobody can pronounce the fucking name. Yes, sometimes you meet someone. How many of you had this experience? You meet someone, you're like, wow, that's a nice guy. I just can't pronounce his name. And I'm embarrassed to ask him twice, so it's just kind of smile. Oh yeah, nice meeting you. Or you kind of pronounce the first name, but you can't remember the last name. Yeah, and then, I guess, damn, I met a Tom, but I met 2 Tom. Was it that Tom or Tom? Damn, I don't remember his last name. How many had that experience? Your name is actually part of your personal brand. So sometimes I tell people, if your name is difficult to pronounce, think twice. Think twice. How do you want me? Yes?
What am I supposed to do with a hard to pronounce last name?
Change it. Do you know Gene Simmons is not his real name? In celebrity, they have their pen name, and then they have whatever. Jackie Chan has a different Chinese name. A totally like in Chinese, Jack is actually dragon, like it's what it means, right? That's what it means. That's not his real name. His real name sucks. It's a stupid name. Seriously, it's a stupid name. So like Ji Feng Locke, it's got that kind of name, right? Nobody remembers. So Daniel Locke, the whiz kid of copywriting. Seriously, because Gene Simmons, I forgot his name. See, I don't even remember his real name. But if you YouTube, it's some very difficult word to pronounce, right? Something like that. Like I can't remember, truly. But he said, you know what? When he say, I want to be a rock star, I need something that people can remember. Gene Simmons. That's like how he came up with it, right? Yes.
Like Marilyn Monroe from
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe, same thing. Same thing.
Chain whips.
Chain whips. Yes. Yes. So that's my first brand, yes? It's not so good. It's okay, but that's what I started off with, okay? And then I came across Joe Vitale. How many have heard of Joe Vitale? Yeah, from The Secret. And then I saw Joe at the time. He was a great marketer. He has the term the world's first hypnotic marketer. I thought that's pretty good. The world's first. Didn't say he's the best. He just said, I'm the first, dude. The world's first hypnotic marketer. I'm like, okay, let me think. Well, maybe, so then I set up the company called Quick Term Marketing. So I call myself the world's first quick term marketer. Again, don't ask me what it means. I don't fucking know. Okay, I just came up with it. Because I want you to see the progress, the journey, yes? The good, bad, and ugly, everything. So the world's first crypto marketer. And I have clients who ask me, what the hell does that mean? I said, I don't know, it just sounds good. I'm the first, whatever, okay? Then later on, after a while, and that was my website at the time, wrote some articles and stuff. Do you see any photo, yes or no? No. No photos, okay? Hiding behind the computer, writing copy for people. Okay, then I changed to website conversion expert. I'll narrow it down and say I'm going to focus on the internet. I'm going to brand myself as the website conversion expert. And do you see my signature at the top? Yeah, so I came up with a little bit nicer, a little bit signature, nicer branding. Still no photo, yes? No photo. Because at the time I thought it would be a lot of my clients are from the US, and I thought it would be a disadvantage if they know, I don't know, although I speak with an accent, but I think it's just not, let's not emphasize that. If they look at me, I'm too young, I'm too Chinese, I'm too whatever, they're not going to hire me. I actually had an incident. I'll share a story with you. At a time, I had a client, not client, a prospect, who went to the website and who called me, we set up a time, and he called, and we were talking about he would hire me for a copywriting project. And he's saying, well, yeah, I'm thinking of doing this. I said, and I'm asking some question. About 6 minutes into the conversation, suddenly he stops. He said, you know what? He said, in just a 5-minute conversation, you make multiple grammatical errors. How can you write copy for me? I think you're full of shit. And he hung up. And that hurt me deeply, because I thought, wow, what did I do? It was so sudden, and in a way, that's actually what motivated me to improve my English, my communication skill, and all these things. That was an incident in my life, and say, you know what, I don't want to be disrespect like that anymore. Wow, someone just called me up and insult me like that. How many of you have ever had experience when people call you, they just insult you? Yeah, they just insult you. They're having a bad day, trying to make your day worse. And very personal attacks too. Like, I mean, that's pretty personal. It doesn't know much about me. So at the time, I came up with website conversion expert. And here's the thing. How many can see it? World's #1 website conversion expert. Okay? And people ask me, well, what makes you say you're world's #1? I said, can't you see it's on my website? It's on my website. And fuck, it's my domain name. Any other questions? I guess you're right. Okay. And another thing is I changed is that at the time, I still remember I had lunch with my mentor, Alan Jacks, in Oliver Garden. And after the lunch, I was driving him back home and in the car, and we were just talking, and I was asking, hey, Alan, I'm thinking of changing my name a little bit. So from Daniel Locke, I'm thinking of shortening it, just call it Dan Locke. What do you think? He's like, that's a good idea. You should do it. I said, great. Because he said, yeah, I could see Dan Locke, more punch, more, you know, if I can see a banner, a website, see Dan Locke live. That's better than Daniel. Somehow, it sounds better. You should do it. And I did. So I changed my name to Dan Locke, shortened a little bit. Very minor. I don't know what happened, but somehow when I changed the name, I just found that I attracted more business. Very little thing. I don't know why, but it works for me. How many of you think Dan Locke is better than Daniel Locke? Yeah. Very, 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 very minor. And then also a lot of friends at the time, they call me, hey man, Dan, you're the man, man. So I just added that to my name. So again, it becomes more memorable for people. Hey Dan the man Locke, right? Does that make sense? So it evolves, my personal brand evolves. Then when I got into the salon training business, I have salon business expert, leading authority in salon marketing and management, and wrote a book. So salon business expert with missing an R. So again, when I go into the salon industry, brand new, when a lot of people have more experience in the salon spa industry, when I got into it, and again, some other instructors, they would question, well, what makes you the salon business expert? I said, it's my company name. It's my company name. And it's my website. Okay. And I've got a book, dude. Oh, then you must be a salon business expert. Now, there's a lesson here, okay? Here's a lesson I want you to get. Don't wait for others to give you permission to claim that spot. Nobody will show up at your door, at your home and say, finally, you are knighted. Here's a sword. You are good enough to call yourself blank. No association, no organization, nobody will show up at your door and say, you're good enough to call yourself that. It's better to just call yourself that and then back it up. Back it up with your work. What happens is most people are so afraid to claim that spot and say, oh, no, well, I don't want to, I only have 5 years of experience. I cannot call myself an expert. Now you have 10 years of experience. Well, you know, I don't know. I'm a little intimidated by that. And what would people think of me? They're so afraid versus going into the marketplace and say, you know what? I'm the guy. I'm the girl. I am it. I'm the best. Boom. Suddenly, when you make that claim, it catches people's attention. Now they want to kind of learn a little bit more. Okay, you say you're pretty good. Show me. Okay, then you show them. You fulfill your promise, get some clients. And funny thing is, as you go into it and you have such confidence and conviction, people started talking about, oh yeah, he or she is the expert. Oh, okay, and then other people kind of spread the word out. He or she is the expert. Very, very powerful. And then now, my personal brand, I shorten everything to just my name. Dan Lok. That's it. That's my personal brand. And you notice, how many can see the changes in website? The brand. Yes, question?
No, I'm just saying yes.
Yes. So the changes, the photo, everything you do, and I'm just in the process of revamping my brand again to take it to the next step. And you see the new website coming out maybe in a couple months. And it's a higher level of branding, higher level of branding. So I'm always constantly pushing, how can I make it better? So that's just my name, okay? So before I get into that, let's take 3 minutes. How long?
3 minutes.
Discuss what you've learned so far. Go! Okay. Okay. Have a seat. Have a seat. Well, hey, it's not a break. It's not a break yet. Jesus. Okay. We're going to have a break very shortly. Very shortly. Have a seat. So, what do you want to be known of? A couple things. First of all, I misunderstood. I thought Tom was coming from the States, like to here, and staying a couple of days, and then happens to be on the same day. He actually told me he flew from States just for this. Wow. Just for this. Oh, God. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I want to make sure it's and also, no pressure for me. I always deliver. And another great point I want to make is, if you actually don't own your name as a .com, we've got a problem. Okay, so your name, whatever your name is, you better own the .com. Okay, some of you know the story. Many years ago, I had a client of mine. I asked her to register her domain name, and she told me, "Oh, Dan, my domain name is taken." I said, "Shit, okay. Let me type in the domain name. Who owns it?" And then it redirects to a porn site. It's .com porn star. And then, can you imagine the family searching? I didn't know you have a side profession.
My last name is not Anissa Jordan. It's Anissa.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yes, Nathan.
What about .ca? You want .com?
So okay, good question. What about .ca? Now I'll just tell you what I have. I have danlok.com, danlok.net, danlok.ca, danlok.org. I own all fucking of them. Seriously, I own them all. Now, what if .com is taken? Something. .net, .ca, anything. It's better than nothing. Because you need to own your name. If you're going to build a personal brand, how can you not own your own domain name? Make sense? You have to have it. If you don't have it, get it like immediately tonight. If you have it, good. It's awesome. And if actually somebody owns it and it's for sale, get it. Couple $100, whatever, is worth it. Because as you build your personal, and can you imagine if I actually don't have danlop.com? And I have to buy something like www.realdanlop.com. That would suck. Yes? It would suck. It would suck. It would not be good. So I've owned my name for many years, okay? So I want you to take a couple minutes just by yourself and think of, we talk about you want to be known as something, yes? So I'll give you some example. Website conversion expert, salon business expert, the world's first quick term marketer. I want you to think in terms of what you do in your industry. Let me give you a couple minutes just by yourself. Think of what do you want to be known as, a blank. Not just something generic term, what you want to be known as. So take 3 minutes, just think on your own, okay? And then we can discuss and share. So, what have you come up with? Share with me. I'll give you some feedback. Just go to the mic. What have you come up with? Oh, I know you got one, but not yet. Anybody? Yeah.
So this is David again.
Hi, David.
David.
Okay.
Hey everyone. So I've been making a living as an app developer for many years.
App developer, okay.
Right, but I've got a deep interest in medical technology and have done some projects in that domain.
Okay.
And I think I want to double down on that. So I think building on the recent win of AlphaGo, or Lisa Dole, I'd love to become the world expert in deep learning applied to medical diagnostic imaging.
Okay.
So the idea being you can build a computer system to replace a radiologist.
So shorten that for me. You want to be known as what?
The expert in automated radiology.
Not bad.
No?
Not bad.
The designer of the first robotic radiologist.
Okay, not bad. Let me give you also a quick strategy.
Sure.
Sometimes what you could do is you should try to take 2 words and combine into one.
Okay.
Okay? 2 words, like you take the first part of a certain word, last part of a certain word, and you combine it. Okay? You look at, let's take for Joe Vitale's example.
Right.
He's a copywriter back then, but he just wrote a book called Hypnotic Copywriting. So it's like hypnotic is one concept, you take another concept and you put it all together. And when I say the word hypnotic writing or hypnotic marketing, certain image comes to your mind, right? So when you combine that, it's very powerful. Or sometimes you can take 2 words and just combine into one. So not too bad, okay? But we find that a little bit more. And usually no more than 3 words, okay? You want to be a mouth, right? Round of applause. Sean?
My name's Sean.
Hi, Sean. How many of you noticed he just changed his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just changed his name. Before the name was?
Don't worry about it.
Fucking love it. I love it. By the way, high school kid. High school kid.
I'm the youngest, highest paid blank. So whatever it is, because you said combine the 2, right?
Yeah.
Highest paid is the heuristic for high
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
So we do youngest, highest paid marketing consultant, youngest, highest paid copywriter, youngest, highest paid whatever.
Yep. And as you get older,
Change it to, I don't know yet.
yeah, it's perfectly fine. Because I had cooperating with kid, and as I get older, not a kid anymore, right? So I just changed that. Yeah, man, perfectly fine, right? So when I'm 50, I'll be the old man, Dan the old man. Give me that. Round of applause. I love it. Yeah.
Hi there, my name is Willie.
Hi, was it?
Willie.
Willie, hi Willie.
I do video production,
Yes.
and I would love to be known as creative genius.
Okay. Let's take that for example. Creative genius. What's the problem with that name?
Not descriptive enough.
Yeah. Because when I say this, I introduce myself. Hey, my name is Dan Lop. I'm known as the creative genius. It is so broad. In what industry? Are you a graphic designer? Are you Like, are you an app person?
Filmmaker.
Are you a filmmaker? Are you an animator? Like, what if I just introduce you? Oh, this guy's a creative genius. It doesn't help me, right? So how can we make it better?
Will.
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 Your name should be Will.
Oh, okay. Seriously.
I'll have to call my mom.
Yep. Will. Mom, I went to VEG. I just changed my fucking name. Thanks to Dan Locke. No, but seriously, how can we make it better, a bit better?
Could be creative genius in filmmaking for at least to be descriptive.
Okay, so he's a creative genius in filmmaking. How you can see this still doesn't quite land. Lacks punch, right?
Cinematic genius?
Cinematic genius, little bit better.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, is that more specific? Slightly better. I like that a little bit more. Yeah, not bad.
Coming up with solutions, creative solutions to business problems using power of film.
Okay, is it a specific type of film that you use? Is it like SEPA, retro, going old school or new age imaging? Do you use a spectrum?
Those are really good questions. A spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the needs of the individual.
See, how many can see? You need a little bit of. You need to think it through a little bit. Okay.
Will the wizard, video wizard.
No, I do like. No. I do like Will the Wizard. That's not bad. That is actually not bad. Like if someone tells you, oh, this guy's known as Will the Wizard. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Harry Potter comes to mind.
I can have a scar.
You can scar. A glass, right? Spectrum, right? Whatever, right? But think it through a little bit, yeah? Round of applause.
Thanks, man.
That's why you gotta brainstorm. You gotta talk through it. Because once you identify what that is, you put it in all your marketing. You want to make sure you get it right. Yes, Earl.
All right,
Yeah.
my name is Earl,
Yes. Hi, Earl.
and I'm trying to aim for the evil marketing genius.
Yeah.
Because people call me that anyway.
Yes.
And
Because you're so evil. What can I say?
So, yeah.
No, but evil marketing genius, and he showed it to me. I said I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it. Because the word evil.
Yeah.
No, it's
The funny thing is, it's attracting more clients.
I know. I'm not saying it's no good. I'm saying the word evil has such a emotionally charged word
Yeah.
that people might think of. Of course, you're attracting certain types of people.
Yes.
But I suspect you rebel on a lot of people, and we want to do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, people sometimes think in terms of if I tell you, hey, I just met Earl, he's an evil marketing genius. And then if you have any kind of integrity, you're like, well, you know what? But what I sell, it doesn't. It feels like okay, he's very smart. But it sounds to me he might use some questionable, manipulative kind of marketing techniques, right? Yeah. Ladies, how many would be like not comfortable with that? Put your hand. Yeah. If I say evil marketing genius, right? So you see the problem?
What if he called himself almost evil?
Wicked.
So genius it's
Oh, how about little bit evil? Just little bit, not all, just little bit evil. Yeah. Somewhat evil marketing genius. Somewhat evil marketing genius.com. How's that?
Now you say anything in the brain.
You know, not totally evil. Yeah.
The previous brand was Mind of a Marketer. Mind of a Marketer.
Mind of a marketer.
Yeah. Mind of a Marketer. So I have Mind of a Marketer and I have Evil Marketing Genius.
Evil marketing
And the
genius.
funny thing is, I switched to Evil Marketing Genius, and
Yes.
people started to go, well, what makes it evil?
Yes.
And then the funny thing is, that started opening questions.
Yes.
And someone like the UBC instructor, because I spoke at SFU and
Yes.
UBC and a bunch of places, said,
Yes.
I like the evil one, but you should make evil stand for something that's not evil.
That could be okay. No. That's a different story. Yes.
We actually started doing that.
That's a story. Yes.
Evilly good.
Oh.
Well, if you just use dots, then.
Yeah, so if I put dots between
An acronym.
E, I,
That's okay. Now, actually, I'm going to go into it a little bit later about coming up with a concept, like some kind of acronym. But you could. EVIL
we
stands for
always have a giant
something.
list of things that
Yeah.
we
So
use.
it could be. I'm just making this up. Okay. So E stands for I don't know, elevate your brand or something like that, right? I stands for something. V stands for something. L stands for something, right?
Right.
So you could do that. So if you do it that way, I think I'm okay with that, right?
Okay.
The perception is still the same, like we're still stuck with the same problem. The initial perception
Yeah.
The funny thing is, when people ask me stuff, they presume marketing is evil anyway. Because they show that marketing is evil anyway.
No, but it's interesting because I know the personality, right? So you attract certain type of personality.
Yeah.
The ones who are more, I don't know, let's call that hard-nosed, money-grabbing business people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you attract certain types of people.
I've attracted more intelligent clients.
Not saying they're not intelligent,
Yeah.
but I can tell you this brand.
Yeah.
How many of you are familiar with what I teach at GEMS, the 4 personalities?
Yeah.
Okay, fact that doesn't help. Okay, but anyway, there are 4 personalities.
Very ruby.
Yeah, like very ruby, like not pearl. Just like I don't want to touch that at all, right?
But then I close the sale faster on the ruby.
I'm not arguing. So you could have a brand that's just for certain types of people, but
I'm keeping both.
Yes.
Just to make it clear, I'm keeping
Yes.
both because you have more than one personality.
yes.
So the evil marketing
You have a
genius
say?
can be cheeky.
What about marketing hacking expert?
Okay. So now the word hacking
Hacking still.
is still right. A lot of negative. When I say the word hacking, what comes to mind? Jail. Shady, right? Shady. Right? Although it's a very like millennium kind of term, right? Life hacks or growth hacking, all that stuff, right? Again, depends on who you sell to. Depends on who you sell to. Yes.
Well, when you put evil in the thesaurus, it brings up wickedness. And wicked, I think, is a good word because it's...
Yeah, wicked is smart, it's
It's
savvy.
a strict term that is the reverse. It means it's cool, it's kind of wicked,
Yeah.
rather than it's evil.
DJ, buddy.
I mean, Earl, I think the brand works for Earl just from this one standpoint. It filters out clients that he wants to work with or will work with.
Yes.
We all know part of what designing our personal brand about is actually filtering or pre-selling our clients, so we don't have to spend so much time working.
Yes, and I'm going to get into that as well. I'm going to get into
Personal
that.
to ruby than to pearl.
Yeah, I'm going to get into that as well. Yes.
Really would be the type of people that we work with.
Yes.
What Earl's finding is he's already attracting people that are thinking along his lines. They're going to be a lot quicker to work with. He's an aggressive marketer
He is.
by nature. So
Yes.
he needs to
No shame.
He needs to attract aggressive clients and want to grow quickly. So that brand, that works for you.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you there and say that based on your personality, Earl, you are so not evil that anyone who takes a look at that and meets you in
Are you sure? Look at his face. I'm teasing him.
I can tell you, based on the way you talk, you're a great guy.
Yes.
And anybody who takes 5 seconds to talk to you is going to say, oh, this guy's actually pretty personable because he's saying, I'm evil.
Yes.
But it actually draws you, it draws people into you from my standpoint at least.
Yes.
And makes you seem a lot more like somebody that I would want to work with.
Very nice. Last one.
And this is exactly my point, because my perception of you is very different. And you don't know what kind of clients you miss out on. Maybe if you rebrand, you will attract clients that you will really enjoy working with.
Now, here's what's interesting. There's no right and there's no wrong. He's like, he could be, you know what? I just want to work with certain clients. I don't want the other clients.
Well, the funny thing is the mind of a marketer attracts the other guys.
Yeah.
So it attracts more pearl.
It all depends on who you want to work with, right? If you want certain personality, or he's prefer to work with more savvy marketing people, business people, more kind of bottom line, return on investment, produce results. Evil, I don't care evil or not. You can move my product, I'll hire you. So it attracts, it's okay. It's your personal choice. So there's no right or wrong. One last one, yes.
Just one more idea, based on what Dan said, because businessmen for the most part aren't evil. What about no shame marketing or something?
There's a great, I think her name is Debbie Allen. She wrote a book a number of years ago called Shameless Promoter. Shameless Promoter. And that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So that's her book, best-selling book, and that's her brand, Shameless Promoter. It's about aggressive. It's about pushing yourself. Oh, that's okay, right? So that's kind of interesting. Round of applause.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.